Hey guys, Suburban Home Nut here, and today we're going to be doing a little maintenance on my garage door. If your garage door is making all kinds of weird noises and squeaks and moans and groans, and you want to get rid of them, stay tuned because I'm going to show you exactly what to do. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and clicking that like button. I always appreciate it. This is what we're going to need, and I'll leave all the links below. And through a little magic, we're going to add this. 1 can of WD-40. Now what a lot of people are going to do is grab their can of WD-40 just like this. And although WD-40 does have a lot of great applications, it's really not the best thing for a lubricant. In this application, we're going to be using this right here. It's white lithium grease. You don't have to get this particular brand. Any brand will work. This white lithium grease is designed for this application, for metal on metal. So that's why we're going to use it. Now this doesn't need to be done in any particular order. You can do it in any order you want. We just want to make sure that it all gets done. First thing we're going to do is take care of all the hardware. 11mm socket right here with an extension. So we take our socket and we just want to make sure that everything is nice and snug. We don't need to go too crazy on this. Just make sure everything is nice and snug. There you go. We want to make sure we get all the hinges down here, and also the ones under here. You have that there, and also all the supports down the side. Once we're finished with that, we want to take our white lithium grease right here. Now, we want to make sure that it has a straw because we need to get into these little areas right in here. So we're just going to take it and squirt some right in there, and make sure we do the opposite side. You really can't put too much on here. Well, of course you can. You don't want to put a gallon on here, but we want to make sure that it's pretty good and saturated. And then we take our rag and just wipe up any excess. Now it's time to get the wheels. We're going to put this in the sleeve or the barrel. So make sure that you try to get that all in there. The wheels as well. This is why a straw comes in really handy. Now if we can move this back and forth like that to work in all that lithium grease. And then of course, wipe up any excess. You don't want anything dripping on anything. Now it's time to do the spring. As you can see, mine is encased in this tube right here. It goes all the way down. That's the only part that's exposed. Now, if you have a torsion spring that goes all the way down, you're gonna wanna lubricate that. But with mine, that's all that I can do. We're just gonna do the best we can. We're gonna get all up in here. And then get the spring right here. Do the best you can and really give it a good soaking. And of course we do the other side as well. Get that all in there. Everything that you can do. And then just wipe off any excess. Of course we want to get the race in here. And if you're feeling lucky, you can hit the other side as well. And being that we're up here, we're going to focus on the arm. We get everything right here. Making sure we get everything up in here. That looks good. Of course, wipe up any excess. Next is cleaning this track right here. Now this doesn't need to be lubed up, but it needs to be clean. And this is where our soap and water comes in handy. Just spray a little bit in there. Allow it to dwell for a couple seconds. Then we take a rag and just give it a good wipe. And that's really all you need. Next, we're going to do this track or trolley right here. This one is chain driven. A lot of you may have the belt driven. If you have the belt driven, when we lube this up, what you don't want to do is spray on the belt. You want to keep the belt clean. As you can see, there's quite a bit of lubricant up here. So I'm going to clean that off with a little bit of soapy water. I'm not going to spray soapy water directly on here because I don't want any overspray on the chain. Grab your rag, give your rag a few squirts, and then I'm holding up the chain right here with one hand and just going around and clean that off the best you can. That removes a lot of the old lubricant and it also cleans it. So we can kind of see the difference between this and that. And of course, we want to do the other side as well. Okay, so I removed as much of the old lubricant as I could. A little bit of soapy water, a rag. I wiped it off and make sure it's dry. Then I just come over and give this a good shot of new lubricant. Again, making sure that you don't touch your belt. This is a chain, so I'm not too worried about it. And we go all the way down to the end. All right, are we ready to check out the other side? Oh, look at that. Thing of beauty. You can use the white lithium grease on the chain, or if you have some bike chain oil, that works really well. And when the garage door is up, we can take our soapy water, make sure we get the entire track going down. Take a rag and just wipe all the way down, making sure all that's clean. All right, guys, so once we have everything cleaned and lubed up, everything looks good. The last thing to do is to exercise your door. We can do that manually by pulling this down. We want to make sure everything is nice and smooth. So if your garage door is creaking and croning and groaning and moaning and making all kinds of weird noises, grab some lithium grease and have fun maintaining your garage door.